I want, get what I want, get what I want, get what I want, get what I want when I need it. You can come to me, get what I want when I need it. You can come to me, get what I want, get what I want, get what I want, get what I want, get what I want when I need it. You can come to me, get what I want when I need it.
Hello, kitties. So I'm going to talk about, okay, so can we just talk about this length, because I really like it. So, and it's blunt at the end, if you guys can't tell before I get it. Well, it was blunt when I cut it, but it's starting to look like layers now. Whatever. But I'll get to all of that in a second. So this hair that I am currently rocking is from a company that I've never worked with before called, I think it's HJ Weave Beauty. This is what the logo looks like. Let's do this. And they contacted me quite some time ago to do a review, but you guys know that I just got my tooth pulled, so I was recovering from being fat-faced. So the hair specs of this good old situation right here. So I'll pull all the hair forward first to kind of show you guys what it looks like. And I am only rocking 3 bundles, people. Can you believe me in 3? Okay, yeah. So I cut this into a blunt situation. However, clearly I didn't do such a high job because now it looks like layers. It looks bad too. I promise you, it looked way better when I first cut it. However, I didn't try it on when I did it, and some of this hair was behind me, so we're going to kind of cheat it. We're going to bust one of these. Okay, so it kind of looked like this when I first cut it. That was what I was going for. So I'm rocking 3 bundles, so I have in a 20, a 18, and a 16 with, I believe, which is a 14-inch closure. So the first thing we're going to talk about is my closure, because I had the most irritable time with this closure. Okay, so I kind of, this actually moves, so that's why my closure look a little janky, excuse that, but it's like 2:30 in the morning. So my closure when I received it, you guys that are currently watching this season of Love and Hip Hop, you guys have seen, I'll put a picture of Remy Ma's part, okay? That is one of the cleanest parts and the skinniest parts that I've ever seen in closure history. This is not a good example of what real parts look like. And here is the reason why I don't like lace frontals or closures for the most part. Frontals are a little bit different, but with closures, my closure, I don't remember what dimensions this closure is per se, but it's actually much smaller. It's literally probably like this much than my normal size closures. So it's one of those very, very small closures. When a lot of times I get, well, not even a lot of times when I get closures, and I never understand this question, and I get it, but I just don't understand why you would want to do this. People ask me, is this a free parting or is it like a 3-part closure? And what that means is you can buy a closure with a part already in it. And then that way you just sew it down and then the hair will fall where it may. I don't like to buy closures like that, and this closure came like that because it does not look natural. They plucked the part of the closure. So it should be a video here to show you what it looked like before I actually went through and plucked it. I plucked the hairline, and then I actually plucked the actual closure part. And I plucked it so that some of the hair would be a little sparse here. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of make it look like a real person's part. And again, with any hair that you get, doesn't matter. You're always going to have to tweak whatever you get, especially when it comes to frontals and closures. So that was one thing that I actually had to do that I haven't done in a long time. And this is the first time in the history of me reviewing hair that I've ever had this issue where I got a pre-existing part in a closure that was like a stitch. Okay? People, do what hers look like on Love and Hip Hop, don't do it to yourself. So, to my hair. So, I only have 3 bundles in. All 3 bundles were constructed beautifully. They all were very silky. They all were very soft. They just wasn't as soft as I would have liked per se. I do think the hair is gorgeous, and I do think the hair is very flowy. However, maybe I'm just used to a certain type of hair because this hair, it was like very kind of rough or whatever before I flat ironed it. After I flat ironed it, it was great. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. With Brazilian hair, I very rarely ever get shedding issues, and it was the same for this. I got no shedding with this particular hair. My ends were actually the reason why I opted to do kind of a blunt cut on this, because the ends of this hair, I just didn't really like them. So I decided to chop them off, and usually you would just trim them. And if I wanted to do like more of a blunt cut, like which I might end up doing, it might end up going to like here or whatever, and it might actually be at an angle in the back. I don't know yet, because I just want to kind of see how I feel about this. I've been rocking this hair for a minute, so it just depends on like where I want to go with this. I don't want to color it because I do like this look. I think it's very cute. And you guys know I'm used to doing straight hair. Usually if it's a middle part, it's like super long like this. So to have something stop right here, it's a little bit different. It's something that I'm not used to. I'm not used to being seen in. And I'll opt for something a little bit on a different side. Something still normal. Nothing crazy. It's not pink and blunt. It's still, or yellow or green and blunt. But it's definitely something a little bit different. I will say that the hair is very nice. And for the prices that they're charging, again, it's AliExpress. You can't really expect the world. But for the price and what they're giving you, I feel like this hair would actually be something that's very decent. This is the type of hair, especially with 3 bundles, because you guys know I am not a 3 bundle type of person by a long shot. However, I do like it. I think that it's very natural. Okay, people, I'm listening to ya, and you're saying, can you be a little more natural with the bundles? So, natural. My makeup not so much, but my hair, yeah. I do like the natural look. I do like the natural length. And this is a good kind of everyday fun. You guys just know that most of us who are weave aficionados, we do like a lot of hair. It's nature. We do like a whole lot of hair. The closure actually, aside from the part issue that I had with it, it actually laid very nice. As you guys can see, it's not giving me no lumps, no bumps, no shading issues. The lace color was a little off, more so than I'm used to. This lace seemed to be a little bit darker than what I'm accustomed to. So I had to cut a lot of it off, which I've stopped doing to a lot of my closures, and because I've been wearing more frontals than closures as of now with all my newer hair that's coming, and I don't know. I don't know what it, but I would have liked this for a frontal. This would have been so banging with a nice frontal. So I want to try 3 bundles in a frontal, maybe similar to this, maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit color. I know I have some actually ombre here that I just finished constructing, like, I want to say like last week or the week before. So being kind of figuring out what style I'm going to do with that as I'm kind of putting it through the test. So we'll see if I do with that, because it actually does have a frontal on it. But yeah, if you guys are interested in HJ Beauty, kind of sounds like a beauty supply. But if you guys are interested in this hair, yeah, check the links below. The prices are very good. They're very reasonable. I haven't had any personal issues with the hair per se at all. I think that it actually is some nice Brazilian hair. You know, it hasn't given me no shedding issues. It didn't smell like anything, thank God. I had to send some hair back yesterday because it smelled like a lake and some feet, and God no. So yeah, if you guys are interested, like I said, kick it below and I'll let you know how this goes. But yeah, what you guys feel about the cut? What do you guys feel about the length? You know, are y'all feeling this on me? Do you like it? Do you kind of not like it? Let me know.